John Henry, you bring up a good point. There is a power to gold. History's replete. We have hundreds of studies where countries became overly indebted, and whenever they did, their currencies became worthless ultimately, and wealth transitioned from families who had paper assets to families who had liquid gold. And it's not about just theory. We have thousands of years of track record. We have never found an instance where gold didn't preserve wealth. So when families who are charged to be good stewards of our capital, to protect our loved ones, and to create a better opportunity tomorrow, because gold is not about Armageddon. There's no instances where Armageddon has happened, but there are all these instances where gold has stepped into the void of excessive debts and allowed families to prosper. And that's what we're looking for. Consider too the incredible history of the working class here in the United States. Up until 1963, and working class Americans were paid in physical silver, the average middle class family in America had $10,000 saved. Convert those $10,000 for what silver was worth then to today, and you're looking at the average middle class family would have almost $200,000 net worth. That's aside from their homes. What a difference it has made. So again, don't just take our word for it. Dig into the data yourself. When we look at gold, how it's traded since it began trading freely in 1971, and we try to figure out what is the optimal allocation to gold, and we use the Sharpe ratio, which adjusts risk and return. And when we do that, we see the optimal allocation to gold has been approximately 20% since 1971. Times of stress, it's also been over 20%. And notably, when we look at the most inflationary years in American history, when we looked at the top quintile, top 20% of those years, the optimal Sharpe ratio came out to be 100% gold. Now, we are absolutely not suggesting clients go 100% into gold, but we think this is a lightning rod that should speak to American families and say, am I appropriately allocated close to a 0% physical gold allocation in light of all this data, in light of the precedent? Gold doesn't carry any guarantees. There have been periods in history where gold has lost money. But what gold does have is this precedent that it has worked. Because sometimes guarantees aren't all they're cracked up to be. Yes, today the US government will guarantee you, they'll pay you the coupon on that debt. And your life insurance promises you that they're going to pay you that death benefit. But when the life insurance and the bonds are paying you in dollars, if those dollars aren't worth much or anything, what good does it do you? So we think the power of gold cannot be denied. We think families who invest in biblically counseled gold, the type of gold scriptures counsel families to buy, we think that is very prudent, very timely, and will benefit families, showing the power of gold in the future as it has in the past.